Hey, welcome back to Jaxx Drinkwater Southern Cooking and Barbecue. I'm Jaxx, and in today's video, I'm going to show you guys how I make Tootsie Tomanetzs Pork Steaks. For those of you who don't know who Tootsie Tomanetz is, she's the pit master at Snows BBQ in Lexington, Texas. Tootsie's been doing barbecue for over 50 years. She's been featured on the Chef's Table, Season 7, Episode 1, I believe. Let's get our Kudu grill fired up and get these steaks seasoned up. We got our fire going. It's time to season these pork steaks up. So I got 2 pork steaks here. One's a little thin on that side, but we'll work with it. Now, I went to my butcher and I had a whole pork butt cut into steaks. For me, it's kind of hard to find thick cut pork steaks. They usually come thin. These are cut to, I think, about 1.5 inches to 2 inches thick. So we're just going to season this up with a little bit of salt and pepper. That's one of the things that's special about this. Even though it's easy seasoning wise, not really anything spectacular going on other than just salt and pepper. That's all Tootsie uses is salt and pepper. But what makes these so special are that they're cooked over a open fire or wood coals. And with the fat that drips down on these while they're cooking, the flavors just can't be replicated. And you can be pretty liberal with this seasoning here. I didn't trim these at all. We're leaving all that fat on there because they're going to be cooking quite a while. Tootsie does hers for, I believe, 6 hours. When I made these before, I only made it about 4, but we're going to shoot for 6 today. And Tootsie works the hell out of that fire. Basically what I'm saying is this is no sit it and forget it. You got to tend it. One of the good things about using this Kudu grill that I'm going to be using is you're able to control not only the fire and pull coals to it to make it hotter, but it also allows you to move that grate up and down. It's kind of like the Santa Maria style of cooking. So we're seasoned up nicely. We're going to let these hang out for a bit until we get our fire nice and hot. Just so you know, Tootsie lets hers hang out overnight. But when I've done these before, I only did it a few hours before I put it on the grill. They turned out fantastic. Let's go on with these pork steaks. All right, so I'm going to move this. I'm going to go ahead and move this over. As you can see here, I'm starting out a little bit high on this, and as the coals die down, we'll go ahead and start lowering this grill grate. Right now, I'm going to take the Kudu grill cover and just put a cover on it, and we're shooting for around 225 to 250 at grate level. I'm going to be using a little thermometer here. We'll just set that in there so we can monitor. If the temperature is too hot, I'll raise it. If it gets too low, I'll just lower it. We got these pork steaks hanging out on the Kudu grill. Another key component that Tootsie does during the cooking process is she basically mops them with what she calls a mop water. I'm going to show y'all how to put that together now. So to start off with, we need to bring 4 cups of water up to a boil. Once your water reaches a boil, we're going to add a half an onion, quartered, and boil for 10 minutes. We've been boiling for 10 minutes. Let's cut the heat. We'll go in with a 1/4 stick of butter. Melt that up. Next, go in with a 1/4 cup of vinegar. An 1/8 cup of Worcestershire sauce. And lastly, 1.5 teaspoons of dry mustard. Just give it a stir until it's dissolved, and we'll be applying this just shortly. You want to make sure you keep this warm throughout the cook, so either put it somewhere on a low simmer, or you can put it on your grill, or it's like 90-something degrees out here now, so we'll have no problems keeping this warm. Tootsie uses a mop. This is like a little mini mop. I got these on Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description, but to keep this real, we're going to be using this to apply our mop water. About ready to give these a flip. Woo. Ooh, wow. So Tootsie usually flips hers about once during the cooking process. Now let's give it a little mop. It's been 4 hours. We didn't make it our 6. I think it's about time to take these jokers off. Let's go ahead and we're gonna let them rest a minute. Whew. All right, let's see what we got here. Woo. Still piping hot. Just gonna slice it. Now this is for slicing, not necessarily, like you eat this like a steak. Whew. Flies, oh nice. Oh yeah, try this, camera woman. Way better than the last time. This is like a steak. I mean, it don't taste like steak. It's, hold on a minute. Got a nice porky pit flavor. I tell you, you cannot replicate the flavor when you do it over the open fire like that. You just can't beat it. All right, guys, Tootsie Tomanetzs Pork Steaks. Check her out on the Netflix. Do it.